Trikafta takes a novel approach to the treatment of cystic fibrosis in adults and children by combining 3 active compounds to treat the underlying genetic defects that cause disease in up to 90% of people living with this rare, chronic, and life-shortening genetic disease. Tonight we honor Alexander Abella, Jeremy Clemens, Thomas Cleveland, Sabine Adida, Hori Katua, Billy Klein, Berenice Lewandowski, Jason McCartney, Vito Malillo, Mark Miller, Fabrice Pierre, David Cecil, Johnny Uwe, Yanwei Zhang, and Jinglan Zhao. A group of researchers from Vertex Pharmaceuticals, whose work led to the development of Trikafta to treat cystic fibrosis, or CF. CF is one of the most common severe single-gene disorders, affecting more than 88,000 people globally. Clinically, CF is characterized by an elevated concentration of chloride in the sweat, thickened, dehydrated secretions in the lung leading to chronic pulmonary infections and progressive loss of lung function, exocrine pancreatic dysfunction, nutrient malabsorption, and CF-related diabetes, progressive liver disease, and infertility. Despite advances in the standard of care, in 2021, the estimated median age of death for people with CF in the US and Europe was 33 years of age. Approximately 90% of all people with CF in the US carry the F508 del allele in either the heterozygous or homozygous state. The F508 del allele has 2 functional defects: limited protein at the cell surface due to a severe processing and trafficking defect, and a gating defect. Developing a treatment to target F508 del CFTR posed an unprecedented problem in drug discovery, inventing small molecules that promote the maturation to the cell surface of a mutant, misfolded protein. Vertex scientists focused on discovering molecules which are both chemically and mechanistically distinct from lumacaftor, tezacaftor, and ivacaftor, and that in combination lead to much higher levels of protein processing and CFTR function. The team applied prior learnings from predecessor candidates for the development of the product synthesis, and leveraged many synthetic tools to create a robust process, which has delivered dozens of batches of commercial drug substance at 2 different suppliers with only a single failed batch. The success of this Vertex team has been described by no less than the FDA as unique and groundbreaking. Trikafta sets a very high bar in terms of safety and efficacy in the registrational trials, as well as in real-world and long-term studies. Interim results of the largest real-world study of Trikafta, presented at the 2023 European Cystic Fibrosis Conference, showed sustained improvement in lung function, reduction in pulmonary exacerbations frequency, and lower rates of lung transplant and death for people with cystic fibrosis. Results from the company's nearly 4-year Trikafta open-label follow-up study of the Phase 3 pivotal trials in people with CF, ages 12 years and older, with at least one F508 del mutation in the CFTR gene were unprecedented, showing for the first time that treatment with Trikafta resulted in no decline in lung function over a 4-year period. Trikafta has pivotally changed the standard of care therapy in CF, and the CF community continues to benefit from ongoing collection and evaluation of long-term data. In 2023, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved a label expansion for the use of Trikafta in children with CF as young as ages 2 through 5, with at least one copy of the F508 del mutation or certain mutations that are responsive to Trikafta based on lab data. The American Chemical Society recognizes these heroes of chemistry from Vertex Pharmaceuticals for their outstanding contributions to science and their service to society.